May potential ba for
Mm,
season 2?
parang nawala yung sound.
Talagang perfect timing na wala yung sound. Hi everyone, it's Edrian Pangilinan here, and welcome back to Soul Supremacy, where we talk about all things unapologetic, all things in pursuit of, and passion. I said that backwards, so we'll roll with it. So for today's episode, we have the lovely Jess Dizzy,
Hi!
Jess Dizon from Manila, Philippines, my
Hi!
my birth town. And just a little bit of a backstory. I met her through Quaranthings, the
Yeah.
series. Where what was your role there?
I was a production manager, production designer. Yeah.
Talagang
So I designed the set.
talagang prinomote mo yung sarili mo. Charot, lang. Okay, yeah. So, Jess is what she told me to tell y'all is she is a young creative from Manila, Philippines, as I mentioned earlier. And this is funny because this is our take 2, more like take 100. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally have her on here because, as I mentioned earlier, she was a production designer for Quaranthings, the series. And I remember when I started watching the series, I saw her post on Instagram in which parang she vented about how she was feeling, how scared she was, even though it was uncertain. And in that I really, really appreciated her heart because I was like, I feel the same way too. And she's still doing it, and she became a part of the series that really did well. Jess, how are you? Kamusta?
I'm fine. Maganda ang ating umaga because, maganda ang ating environment. So, maganda ang ating gising. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do as a job for your
Uh,
line of work right now?
okay. So, in a gist, Dizon,
In a
charot.
Jess. In a Jess.
Yeah. What I do is I'm a producer. So I help create content, video production, and sometimes I also work as a production designer. I also paint. So a lot of things that's related to film and arts. And I also write. What else? Yeah, that's it. Prod person.
Yes.
So ganun.
Pro
Prod
product
person.
productive. Ganon, productive
Yeah,
person.
productive.
Okay, so actually, this is the perfect time to get into our icebreaker questions before we get to the main body because we're gonna need all of that energy. So, are you ready or are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Ano
Yeah, right.
yan? Nakaiyak
Well,
ba yung mga tanong na yan?
I don't know. You tell me. Okay, so my first question for you is 5 facts about you that people normally don't know when they meet you for the first time. What talagang showbiz? Yung tanong.
mm. Yung mga parang at first glance, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know, ganon.
Yes, yung mga ganong
Okay.
keme do.
Number 1, ano ba? I'm depressed. Charot. Not charot.
Okay,
Sama
magsabi ka
ng
na ng
sagot.
totoo. Sabihin mo na. Go.
But yeah, yeah. O yun. Yeah, I'm depressed. Yay, proud. Charot. De, joke lang. Biglang sumeryoso. Hindi. Biglang awkward silence. Gusto mo ba yun, Adrian?
No, it's good. I like it. I like because okay, Tanan, I like this actually. I don't know what
No,
to
kasi
expect. Yung ganun.
parang at first glance, you wouldn't know that someone is, is living with depression. But
Mm,
yeah, at this point in my life, I'm in that phase and I'm trying really, really hard to heal. So I'm really
mm,
thankful and grateful because I'm given a chance to work in a very, very beautiful environment. Kasi I work now in a resort. So
mhm,
everyday dagat, so very calming,
mm.
very healing. It's like
Yeah.
almost like a workation. Oh,
Mm.
gusto mo yun?
There you go. Okay,
Very
number
deep
two.
yun.
Yes,
Number
talagang
two.
ano, we went all the way deep. Now we're gonna need to dig up, climb up. Charot.
Okay, number two is, ano ba? I'm a mom. So, I have a 6-year-old daughter. Yan. Ano pa?
Nakalimutan?
Number 3. Number 3, I don't eat siopaw. Trivia ba yan? Trivia yan. Hindi ako
Bakit?
kumakain ng
Bakit hindi? Bakit hindi
siopaw.
siopaw? What do you have against buns?
Ewan ko, feeling ko kasi para siyang, or baka nagkaroon lang ako ng trauma ng bata. Kasi parang sinasabi nila kapag yung siopaw daw gawa sa pusa.
Oh, nakala ko nabulunan
Yeah.
ka. You choked on it as a kid.
No, and I'm a cat person. So parang na-imprint na siya sa personality ko. So, hindi ako kumakain ng siopaw.
Why cat?
Next.
Why cat, not dog?
Hindi ko alam. Kasi, alam mo, kapag lumalapit ako sa mga aso, lagi silang tumatahol sa akin. So, probably, they don't like my smell or my aura.
Red, like what you said earlier, the first take, predatory yung scent mo. Threatening.
Oo. So, threatening scent ako, siguro. Charot.
Yeah.
Ayun na,
Okay,
4
last
na.
one.
Isa pa. Last one. Ang hirap ng tanong na to. Unang set of questions pa lang to, ha?
Dami pa. Go.
I'm a morning person. Ayun. I'm a morning person.
Ay, kinuha mo yung isa sa tanong ko.
Feeling ko mukha akong night person eh. Feeling ko mukha akong nagpupuyat.
Oh, yeah.
Pero, pero ngayon na medyo tumatanda na po tayo, naging morning person na ako.
Yes, I know. I wanna go to sleep after we film this. After this episode. So.
Ganun.
Yes.
Really sleep.
Okay.
Yay!
Next question. Yes, 5 questions of the first question. So apat pa. Okay. What is your favorite quote?
You do you. Ako naniniwala kasi ako na, alam mo, lahat ng tao magkakaiba tayo. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses. And I believe that as long as you do what suits you, it's okay. As long as you don't hurt anyone. Yan. Tsaka kasi, magkakaiba din tayo kasi ng upbringing, magkakaiba tayo ng pagpapalaki ng mga magulang, magkakaiba tayo ng kinalakihan. So, we develop variety of
different
personalities.
wisdoms. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Miss Universe.
Yeah. Favorite scent? Amoy.
Laundry. Ang bango-bango ng laundry, promise.
Oh, yeah.
Tsaka yung mga bagong sheets, yung mga bagong labang damit.
Yeah.
Ganun. Kapag nakaamoy talaga ako ng mabangong laundry, para siyang pheromone sa akin. Parang instant, attracted. Ganon.
Yes. Smell na amoy success. Ganon kasi nakapaglaba ka na.
Oo. Ang bango-bango. Parang amoy malinis.
Yes.
Sa puso at sa isip. Char.
Yes. Okay. Favorite food?
Noodles. Anything na noodles. Yeah,
one specific dish. Kung meron.
Dish?
One specific dish. Yeah. Yung anong go-to, mo. Sabi mo noodles. Ano yung go-to noodle dish mo?
Alam mo, hindi ko alam kung anong tawag doon. Kasi meron akong sariling recipe na pinaghahalo ko lang yung mga kung ano-anong stuff. Like, nilalagyan ko ng kamatis, bawang, sibuyas. Tapos kung ano yung makita ko sa bahay, like may cilantro, kung ano-ano, basta noodles.
O parang
Or
kantong,
sometimes,
ganun.
pag pasta, automatic garlic pasta. Ganun.
Oh, yes. Yung angel hair. Daming butter na pasta.
Yes,
oh my God.
Sarap na.
Yes.
Lagyan mo ng hipon. Or pwede rin na
bacon,
kapag may
bacon
naman.
for me. I'm not a shrimp person, pero bacon sa akin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ano pa? Lagyan mo ng egg, ganun.
Di ba obvious na
gumanda yung liwanag ko.
Yes. Kapag when I visit, yan yung pagluto mo sa akin. Wow, pagluto agad.
Sige. When you get here. Yay!
Yes.
Libo!
Yes. I get to be a party animal, which I'm not, but for the right people, I will be. Talagang gigising si Lolo. Yeah,
Oo. Uwi tayo sa
yeah.
probinsya namin, maganda do'n sa
Uh,
Camotes, sa Cebu. Sama
Uy, sa
kita.
Cebu. Sa Bohol ako.
Yeah. Talaga?
Yeah. That's my mom's hometown sa Bohol, Cebu.
Kasabot ka
Okay.
Bisaya? Kasabot ka Bisaya?
Uh Hindi. My mom never
Ano?
taught my mom never taught us. But I would just hear her
Okay.
like actually whenever I hear my mom talking in Bisaya, I just automatically assume she's gossiping, which she is. Because she's like in the corner parang I'm like,
Parang hindi mo
oh, okay.
maintindihan, no?
No, she never taught us anything. I think the only word that I know that's Bisayan is ay guatay. That's it.
Yeah.
From Beauty Gonzalez, I think Kadenang Ginto. She was like, "Ay, kwatay," and then I know that she's Bisayan, so or Bisayan, yeah. So I asked my mom. I was like, "What does that mean?" That was it. Okay, one more question. So what would be your first dance move kung nagkaroon si Jess Dezen ng TikTok Dance Challenge? Show me the first move. Go.
Hirap First move, ganun. Oh,
Ay,
parang agogo dancer.
binago.
Naging GR ako. Binago ko.
Yes.
Kanina kasi ganito, Dalawa na.
Oh yeah,
Pagka
ganun.
ganon mo.
Tapos ganun.
Ang pangit.
Yeah.
Ang pangit. Hindi
Di
talaga ako
pagkatapos ng
dancer.
ganito, gaganong ka, ganyan. There.
Ganyan ba? Direct,
Parang-
okay na
parang-
ba to direct?
Yes, parang giliw. Ano yung kanta na yun?
Ganon. Inuto mo ko eh.
Yes. Oh, okay na nakapasa ka na sa audition. Next! Charot na. Hindi talagang sinabi na nakapasa pero naging next. Next person. Okay. Wow, talagang okay. We made it to the main body. Oh, talagang ano.
Yay!
Okay. Yay. Okay, before we lose the internet connection again, which is the beauty, one of the perks, not so perks of interviewing someone abroad. It's funny. Okay. So bring it in. Okay. So my first question for you is, who is Jess Dezen?
Hirap ng tanong. Ano ba to? Retreat?
Second time, nahirapan ka pa rin.
Well, Jess Dezen is a mom. So, being a mom is being everything. You're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a teacher. Basically, kung ano man yung ginagawa ko ngayon sa work, that's nothing kung i-compare mo siya sa task ko as a mom. Because I'm responsible for a young being's life. So, sa akin nakadepende yung future niya. So, medyo mabigat na task yon. And that defines me, I think. Oh, di ba? Galing sagot ko na yun eh.
Yes, Miss Universe. Talagang binago mo yung sagot mo. Okay.
Hindi, ngayon ko lang yung naisip ha.
Oh, that's good. Talagang exclusive sa channel ko. Okay, next question. What is inside Jess's heart at the moment?
Okay. As what I've mentioned, I always feel like I have this obligation as a creator, as a content creator to somehow, alam mo yun, touch ideas and influence people. Like, hindi ka lang dapat basta lumilikha. Dapat lumilikha ka for a reason. Like, given the situation of our country right now, which is really, not that good. So, I feel like I have this moral obligation to influence people into the brighter side of things and to somehow through entertainment to lighten up the mood and yun.
Yes.
Ano ba? Tama ba yung sinabi ko? Hindi ko alam.
No, you're good. It's like you're a comedian. Charot, Bella. No, that's good. I really like it. I think I already asked you this question, maybe or maybe not. Pero can you actually go into details of your line of work? Because you say you
Okay.
do a lot of things. I think this is yeah. I think this is the time for you to like really delve into it. Magkaalaman na so people know what you actually do.
I'm a freelancer. So, kung ano mang project na pumasok, tinatanggap po natin ng buong puso at walang pag-aalinlangan. Hindi po tayo tumatanggi sa grasya. Hindi. Seriously
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
No, seriously though. Feeling ko isa ako dun sa mga masuswerteng freelancers and creatives sa Manila na hindi nababakante. Kasi, kunyari may matatapos ka ng project, right after, meron na siyang kasunod.
Mhm.
And, ang ginagawa ko kasi, I'm a producer. So, I create content for companies, for prod houses. I also write I do script writing.
Mhm.
So, medyo naikot ko lahat ng parts of lahat ng trabaho in a production. Like, sometimes I also direct, and sometimes production assistant, sometimes production designer,
Mm.
and yun.
Okay. Okay, so these questions are now out of order, but it's okay. I'll loop it back around. Pero I think what you just actually touched up on is really important, especially not only as a freelancer, but also someone in the creative field in general. Na it's really important to open yourself up to the different opportunities that are there for you to grab. And actually, can you just
Yeah.
share your thoughts on that?
Um, medyo tricky kasi siya na part. Kasi hindi mo siya madaling matuturo. Hindi mo siya madaling matututunan unless you're a very paano ba, outgoing person. Like, most
Mm-hmm.
of the people from prod, or mga nakakatrabaho mo, hindi ka naman mag-a-apply lang dun basta-basta, eh. Usually, pinakilala ka or
Mm-hmm.
paminsan nakatrabaho mo ta's maganda yung trabaho mo dito, isasama ka niya sa next project. So,
Mm-hmm.
being a freelancer, you have to make, genuine connection and network because kapag wala kang mapupuntahan. And basically
Yeah.
kailangan meron kang magandang pag-uugali talaga, yun talaga yun. You
Mm,
have
yeah.
to be real and professional sa line of work na 'to because this is ano, eh, it's really a connection talaga, eh.
It's
'Pag masama
we are
ugali mo,
yeah.
gano'n, or unprofessional ka, late ka, you don't deliver, wala, hindi ka na
Yeah.
makakaulit.
Yeah, because yeah, we're definitely in the industry of people, 'di ba?
Yeah, oo. Kasi
Yeah.
halimbawa, ngayon, yung project na 'to tapos nagustuhan nila yung trabaho ko, yung next project isasama ka nila and then that's it.
Mhm.
Tas paulit-ulit siya na mangyayari. So, just
Mm,
be professional and be genuine with the people that you meet. Kasi
mm,
walang ano, eh, hindi natatapos yung connection mo with people, eh. Magugulat ka na lang, "Ay, nakatrabaho ka ni ganito. Ah, nakatrabaho ko na 'yan." And then maging word of mouth, "Ah, magaling 'to." And then that's it. That's how you get projects.
mm.
That's the
Okay.
sustainable way of living as a freelancer.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'm actually gonna ask you to go more into details about that later. Pero we're gonna bring it back to how we met. Okay, so like what I mentioned earlier, actually more into details because I Quaranthings, the series, I saw it online. I forget how. Oh, it just popped up on my recommended list sa YouTube. Salamat, YouTube. So then I watched the first episode and I think I Instagram storied it. Tapos sino ba yun? Yung isa sa
Panso.
lead. No, lead.
Sikyo. Sikyo.
Si Kyo, yeah. He reshared it. Or he reshared it, reposted it. And then I think because of that, I saw you in your
Yeah.
post and I was like, oh shoot, you no, yeah, I think that he also reshared your that post that you did. So I looked into it and I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness. That is I don't know. It's crazy to think that I think no matter where you are in life, like you can still feel like doubt. You can still feel like
Mhm.
parang the insecurities, so different forms of
Mhm.
insecurities. And I like what I told her earlier was that I really appreciated her vulnerability and how she opened up about that. And so I I gave her love on social media. Okay, so now the question
Aw.
is, what was your uh impression on the other side?
Okay, ako ano, parang I'm really grateful for someone from the internet to ano mo, to show me some love and appreciation. Kasi sobrang konti yung mga tao na hindi mo kilala pero pupurihin ka, 'di ba? And you're
Mm,
being praised for your work na pinaghirapan mo. And sobrang nakakatuwa and sana marami pang katulad ni Adrian na alam mo, yun, hindi nahihiya at hindi natatakot na uh, to acknowledge the work of others and be very,
mm.
very supportive. Oh, thank you.
Ay,
Seryoso yun. Thank
salamat,
you talaga.
salamat.
Pagluluto kita pagpunta mo dito. Ilibot tayo!
Yes, yes. Ano tayo?
Bar
We're gonna no,
hopping.
yes, no, we're gonna have fun. I mean, I'm an
Ilibot kita
introvert.
sa mga
Yes,
aura spots.
yes, I love it. Okay, okay,
Lasingin
okay.
kita.
Yes, love it. It's funny because I'm actually an introvert, and I mean, actually, towards
Mhm.
like a little bit before when the pandemic began, I actually started exploring yung pagka
Mhm.
the going out stuff, and I'm actually glad that I did because, well, clearly, diba, iba na yung mundo. So I'm like,
Yeah. You'll never know
so
what's gonna happen next.
yeah, I mean, all of this is really a reminder to just go all out, full out, do your
Mhm.
thing, live your best life, and have no regrets.
Be
Because in the end,
young!
yes, kasi nga, oh yeah, see, pero mas matanda ka sa akin. Charot. No, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Real talk. I was impressed. I was like, first of all, not only her artwork, in
Mhm.
which I actually want you to talk about in a second. Not only
Mhm.
her like body of work was impressive, but also just like her post. So then I was like, I'm gonna ask her to be in my podcast because I immediately was able to relate to that, and I know that a lot of people can relate
Uh-huh.
to that. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna interview her. That was finally it's it's happening. So thank you again. Maraming salamat ulit. So yeah. Okay.
Salamat, salamat. Sawadee ka!
Okay. Sawarawishi. Should have been. I know. Oh, that was cringe. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you about more of your art later. Pero we're actually gonna take it back to your childhood days because I'm curious to see like how was your upbringing? Like how was Jess as
Mhm.
a kid growing up? How was your life like?
Sobrang opposite ng adult Jess. Because baby Jess. The younger Jess is very, introvert. Very introverted talaga ako nung bata. Like, puro lang ako aral. As in, I'm that nerd kid na nasa isang tabi lang tapos nag-aaral. Tapos top student ka pa. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
after
boring.
school,
Boring.
boring. Like, after school, active ako sa math Olympiad. So, nag-aaral ako ng math, solving math problems, compete ka every year. Tapos, I'm very active sa school and very nerdy talaga, kadiri. But in
And
fairness
that's
naman, nagamit ko yung mga logical thinking, ganyan. Nagamit ko siya sa
yeah.
mga compute na pamasahe, compute ng inuman, ambag, ganun.
Oh, at least ating dalawa may marunong ka mag-budget. Oh,
Yeah, may pakinabang. And yeah,
yeah.
budgeting sa prod. Kailangan
Yeah.
tamang tamang liquidation.
Ay, yes, ikaw na.
'Di ba? Mm.
Then then I'm curious because then you grew up academically and then you went into
Mhm.
production. What happened? What like
Mhm.
why was there a gap?
Hmm, siguro napagod lang ako na napagod ako na masyadong paano bang tamang term dun? Na
Academic.
masyadong yeah, academic and uptight. Yeah, masyadong uptight. And syempre, as you grow older, you develop connection with friends. And parang
Mhm.
na-realize ko na, I think this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Because in college, ito, architecture.
Mhm.
So, and then, during those years, I've been part of a college organization. It's UP sa Mascom. And
Mm.
basically, what we do there is theater. We do an annual show called Live Aids. You can Google that.
Mhm.
And that's where I developed the certain skills that you can use in the production, like directing, writing. So basically, more on dun ako na-train, like hands-on training with people from the industry. Kasi yung mga seniors namin doon, they work for advertising agencies. They also work
Mhm.
for TV. So,
Mm.
sila yung mga naging mentor ko. Kaya ako napadpad sa ganitong industry. And I feel like, yung sinasabi nilang quote-unquote na, ano yan? Get a job that you don't feel like you're in a job, something. Oh my God, ang tanga nung ano ko, nung quote ko. Kasi parang, yung trabaho na hindi mo na feel na nagtrabaho ka. Ayun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, doon ko siya, dito ko sa production yun na-feel. And hindi siya boring, hindi siya bagot. Super
Mm.
exciting. Minsan sobra na excitement.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, it's well, as we all know, while it may be hard, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's a path worth considering
Yeah!
taking. Ganun, parang Winnie the Pooh, ganun. Winnie the Pooh.
Oo.
Talagang parang ako, parang Winnie the Pooh yung suot ko, ganun. Ano yung ano, I'm curious, what was the moment na, if you can mind, share again that moment where you realized
Transition.
that, the transition, yes, that moment.
Okay. So after college, kasi I worked for an architectural firm, for a contractor. So every day, travel ka from QC to Makati. And sobrang toxic ng traffic. And feeling ko yung moment na nag-transition talaga ako, parang isang gabi na pauwi na sobrang traffic. Tapos nakatingin lang ako sa window ng
Oh
bus.
my gosh,
Parang
sa tagal
ayoko
ng
na.
traffic, you've been able to ano, like
Yeah.
think your whole life ibang
From
ano,
most likely,
circle
girl,
of life.
alam mo
Ha?
kung gaano katagal ang traffic? Like 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. Travel time.
Okay. Can
From
you actually talk
QC to
about
Makati.
yes, can you actually talk about that like miles wise? How far is it? I'm curious. Miles. Do you know?
Ah,
10, 15,
ah,
20, 30 miles?
no, feel ko parang mga 30 kilometers. Joke lang, hindi ko alam.
Ay, ano yun?
Pero
Uy,
malapit
ano mo
lang
na,
siya. Pero kapag normal
convert mo
drive,
naman sa
kaya siya
miles?
ng
Hindi ako
30
marunong
minutes.
mag-convert. Ano?
Hindi na ako marunong mag-convert ng miles.
Ay, sayang nawala na.
Pero pag normal na drive, mga
Mhm.
60 or 70 kph, ganyan. Mga 30-minute drive lang yun. Kaya. Pero inaabot ng 4 hours dahil sa traffic. Kasi parang isang malaking parking space yung EDSA.
Parang ano,
Ganon siya
parang
kalala.
LA. Parang Los Angeles. Ganyan yung Los Angeles. The traffic is just like,
Talaga?
parang legit the whole time. But yeah, it's like that. Yeah. It's like
Parang ka
that.
nag-drive-thru.
Yes, pero thankfully sa San Diego dito, maano. Even though, obviously, we all know why certain places are packed kasi the
Mhm.
opportunities are there, you know? Pero,
Yeah.
pero then thankfully with everything being online now, it's like you can literally live anywhere in the world and still
Yes.
work somewhere without the traffic. So,
Check.
yes.
Check. Kailangan i-improve
Um,
yung internet.
oh yes, yeah. Okay, then I'm curious. So when that moment happened na ano you thought of it, then what were the ano yung nangyari after? Like what happened after? How were you able to then like land from your
Uh-huh.
former job to like the jobs that you had
Uh-huh.
after? Ano yung proseso na yun? I'm curious.
Um, na-mention ko na 'to kanina na isa ako dun sa mga, maswerteng freelancers because I made good connections with people kasi. Like during college, we were trained na rin kasi in production. Like they let us write scripts and
Mm.
they allow us to create videos. So, tiwala. Like that
Oh.
word, one word, tiwala. As in,
Oh.
nagtiwala lang talaga sa akin. I'm
Oh.
very grateful kasi alayo ng background ko eh. So, salamat po sa mga naging mentors ko from UP.
Oh.
Kasi kung hindi nila ako binigyan ng pagkakataon, hindi sila nagtiwala sa akin, siguro wala ako sa ganitong line of work. So, I'm really, really thankful. Make good connections. That's the secret, guys. Make good connections.
Yes. Ano lang, kapag na-improve mo lang yung internet connection mo, okay na swak ka na.
Hate you.
Ano yung can you actually talk about some of your like what did those ano yung mga projects mo na nagawa like in your first like actually a real how long have you been freelancing? Like when yung moment na tinanong ko, what year was that? I'm curious.
Since I was 17.
Ay,
Ilang
tagal
taon na
na.
ba ako?
Tanda mo na.
Mga 12 years ago. Mga
Oh,
1
dang,
decade na.
tagal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, ganun nakatagal.
That's like pre-social media too.
Yeah, oo.
Di ba MySpace, ganun? 2008?
Hindi, inabot ko, may MySpace pa na, pero inabot ko yung
Facebook.
nasi-start pa lang yung Facebook. Yeah, starting pa lang yung Facebook. Yung may mga pa-games pa sila.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, yung journal, di ba yung parang mag-vlog sa
Yeah, oo.
Yeah. Like what were some of those projects yung your earlier projects na you started with?
Earlier projects ko. Well, ito medyo ABS. I've been part of a comedy group. It's called Comedy Pool. So, ang ginagawa namin doon, we create online content for ABS, digital arm. And then, I've also been part of Adobe Studios, also from ABS. Yun naman, medyo dramatic naman yun. Mga dramatic content yun. So, target market ng mga 13-year-old kids na gustong ma-in love. Ganon ang target market.
Yeah. Yeah, parang 13 years old pa rin ako.
Yeah, doon ko nakilala si Pancho. Doon ko nakilala sila Pancho sa Adobe.
Oh, yun di ba yung director? The direct. Yeah.
Yeah, si Direk. Doon ka siya nakilala. Also, ano pa ba? Star Hunt. Ano ba? Alam mo yung Star Hunt?
Yes, no. Yeah. Wait, so you... Oh, sorry. Tanong ko lang. So you were you've been working there for a long time then?
Yeah, oo. Nag-host ako ng Star Hunt before yung digital show for Star Hunt. Like during mall shows, we featured contestants, mga auditionees. So yeah.
Sino yung I'm assuming sino ba yun yung mga ilang na naging successful sa Star Hunt
sila
yung Gold Squad. Sino ba yung lalaki ba yun? Yung Gold Squad? Yung Gold
Squad. Hindi ko na sila kilala, honestly. I don't know.
Diba ang dami? There's a whole lot of them.
Sobra, oo. Tsaka hindi ako nanonood ng TV.
Ay, na-traumatize ka na sa trabaho mo.
Hindi ako nakanood ng TV eh. Ano na lang, puro online na lang. Phone, Netflix, ganyan. Netflix, baka naman sponsor.
Yes,
pwede mo mag-mention na brands.
Netflix, yes, go. We're putting it out there. Ay, na ganito naging pangit yung lighting ko. Hold on. There you go. Okay. So, the next question that I want to ask is, paano ka na because now we're gonna take it to sa Quaranthings, the series. And you did just mention that that's how you met sa Adobe, diba? Adobe Studios.
Yeah.
Which is the leg, one of the legs, the many legs, parang spider yung ABS
of ABS. Yeah.
How did that happen? I'm curious. The project.
Yung Quaranthings or yung Adobers? Yung project?
Quaranthings.
Mahilig kasi yan si Pancho na yung bigla ka niyang hahatakin, tapos gulat ka na lang.
Ay, talagang...
yung parang, sabi niya, sige, may ganitong project, tapos ganito gagawin mo. Tapos parang ako, okay, sige. Tapos parang, kasi pandemic yun sa mga August or July namin siya shoot. And super skeletal team namin. Like, supposedly, in a production talaga, in filming, Kompleto
Mhm.
yan. Meron kang lightman, may gaffer ka, meron kang maraming prod assistant, may writer ka for continuity. Pero kami, ginawa namin yung buong series, 7 lang kami.
Oh, shoot.
Like
Parang ano, yung
seven
Christmas
seven
Station ID,
people.
kaunti lang.
Yeah, ganun. Like, si Direk, yung AD namin, yung isa pa naming AD for acting, 2 camera, isang prod design, ako lang, tsaka isang PA. So, parang 2 kami ng PA, kami yung gumagawa ng set. Like, lagyan nyo yan ng kortina. Magugulat ka na lang, may kortina na yun. Kasi ano yun
Yes.
resort yung location namin. So, kailangan siyang
Oh,
i-overhaul
resort.
ng slight. Kasi, hindi pasok yung palette ng kortina, ng mga kumot nila, at kung ano na pang setup doon. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was very, 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 very challenging.
Parang tong interview na to talagang challenge na challenging na
Oo, ito din.
maitawid.
Nagre-record ako dito,
Yes.
capturing
Wait, okay.
dito.
So talagang okay. So just so for clarification, you were the one in charge of like the overall the design, right? Of the
Yes,
set.
yes,
I
yes.
remember si AOC. I remember those si yung mga yung mga
Oo.
pictures, the Thai, the BL
Mhm,
dramas, and then the painting. They were yours, right?
mhm.
The one with the
Yeah,
parang daliri.
yes.
What was
Daliri,
well, I mean, we're being friendly here, but can you actually, if it's okay with you, can you actually
Mhm.
share some of the processes, yung ano pag conceptualize of the designs for that online series?
Okay. So, ang ano kasi nun, ang description lang sa'kin ni Pancho nun, ni Direk, is like, he wanted a
One
place that they would
one word
feel.
lang binigay sa iyo. Ay, ano to, one word? Charot na lang.
Parang
Okay.
parang he wanted the place na may alienate yung characters. So, something
Oh,
na hindi nila personality. So,
okay.
parang they were placed there and it's not their place. Parang they don't belong there. So, medyo bare yung mga walls,
Mhm.
super super colorful yung mga bulaklak. 'Di ba? Very very ano man tamang term? Very very campy. Very
Yes.
campy yung style, very campy. Kasi
Mhm.
um yung mga paintings naman na yun, I did it like doon na sa set eh. And
Mhm.
what I was thinking, ang process ko nun, parang, gusto ko ng images of people in different shapes. So, kaya
Oh.
flesh yung kulay and iba-iba ng shape. Tapos nagulat ako, parang sabi ng mga tao, hindi ba yun medyo phallic? Parang they were thinking something else. Binigyan nila ng meaning. Pero for me, at that moment, hindi ko siya naisip na, oh, it's not a penis. It's the head of a person. Kasi pag tiningnan mo nga naman, oo nga, mukha siyang titi. Pero no, ang 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 goal ko is to make a different shape of a person. Kasi I believe na magkakaiba tayong lahat and we have different heads, we have different minds. So,
Mm.
magkakaiba
Mhm.
tayo ng hulma, magkakaiba tayo ng hubog, and that's what makes us very special and unique.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Wow. And you know what too, kasi talagang, well, let's be honest. I think the reason why maybe a lot of people thought that kasi nga
Mhm.
yung the
Oo nga
context of
naman.
it being a BL drama. I mean, let's just be honest out there na
Mhm.
talagang I don't think it's really a problem, but there is a thing of like the hyper sexualization of the
Yeah.
people in the community, and
Mhm.
I think that is the reason why, like, just imagine behind me, like, the painting. I
Mhm.
think I think kung nilagay mo I think if I had those paintings in my background, it would have a totally different context than it did on the show, right?
Mhm.
So it depends on the
Yeah.
context.
Yeah.
Ganun. Yeah.
Kaya nakakatuwa yung arts, because or any painting because kung sino yung nakakakita, yun yung nagbibigay ng interpretation. So, kung ganyan yung basa mo dyan, then so be it. You do you. That's you. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
No problem.
I actually didn't even think that they were genitals until people in the comment section were saying it. And I was like, ay, yun ba yun? But nakala ko talaga daliri lang na parang it looked like a mole rat. Parang ganyan. Yeah.
Or prairie dog. Prairie dog
Yes,
yun.
yeah.
Nakaganon.
Yes. Yeah, parang sa atin mas sophisticated yung thinking natin.
Medyo na-bother nga ako kasi baka mamaya, nagma-manifest na pala yung hunger ko. Sabi, like without me knowing, nag-manifest siya.
Ate, may tanong ako. Ano yung mo? Which way do you swing? I'm curious.
What?
Yung mo, I'm curious. Diba kung gutom ka, ano yung mo? If it's okay for me to ask, ano yung mo? Are you straight?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Alay ka, okay. Okay, because I remember in one of our conversations you were talking about the LGBT, so nakala ko lang na ano.
Yeah. No, kasi I'm also part of UP Babaylan. It's an LGBT org in my school. And I used to be a lesbian. So, I like girls and now I like boys, but I don't consider myself as bi. Because ngayon, I don't see myself being with the girl at all.
Oh, no, yeah.
Para lang ako, bigla ako nag-flip from being sarado tomboy to straight.
Hoy, okay lang yan. I mean, it's so, I mean, that's why that's
fluid.
Fluid, yes. Yeah, alam nyo na.
Pero I still believe with the cause and mga pinaglalaban ng ating mga kapatid. Yeah.
Yes. Kilala mo ba si I'm just curious. Kilala mo ba si sino ba yun? M yung pangalan, Melay. Mela.
Melay. Hindi kami close, but I have contact with her.
Okay. Nakala ko si Melay sa Mamshi. yung ano tawag doon na magandang buhay si Melay.
Si PBB.
Yeah. Okay. Ano pa ba? How was it working with them? Or how was your overall experience working in that? Diba
challenging talaga siya ha?
Lagi nagba-vlog si Kyo. I mean, I've seen his vlogs. Just cool.
Si Kyo naman kasi very outgoing person. Hindi siya mahirap makasundo. Tsaka, na-discover ko na marami kaming similarities. Hi, Kyo! Miss na kita.
Hi!
He's a very good friend.
Uy, sabihin mo, panoorin niya to.
Sige, sabihin ko.
Talagang nag-feeling. Now close.
May utang pa akong script dun eh. May utang pa akong script dun. May utang pa akong script sa kanya.
Diba,
Kaya sorry na.
Is that the show that he was trying to launch or did he launch it?
Parang na-launch na ata niya. Basta may may sinulat akong isang vlog niya eh.
Oh. Yung mga vlogs pala sinusulat? Kasi yung mga vlogs ko sa akin parang, obviously it's not scripted, pero
depende rin naman kasi sa sa content mo. If it's like vlog na documenting lang, pwede naman may structure ka lang. Depende sa'yo kung anong trip mo, gawin mo.
You know what, actually, I'm curious, can you talk a little bit about that? Because yung audience ko is actually, I mean, even though I'm in the States, I would like to think that a huge part of my, demographics are nga Filipino or at least person of color. A lot of them are vloggers. What makes a good content? There you go. Yun na yung tanong ko. What makes a good content?
Good
what
content
makes a
for your
good content? Yes, yeah.
For Filipino viewers.
Yes, or just in general, yeah.
What people would call it. Number one, it has to be very, very relatable. Relatable ka dapat. Like, hindi ka dapat na alienate sa mga viewers mo. Like, you're living the life of your viewers and make sure na you share the same experience para, alam mo yun, para ma-feel nila na I'm part of this, I'm part of Edrian, I'm part of his life. Diba? Kasi yun yung gusto ng mga viewers eh, yung something
Na
that they can hold on
ma-included.
to. Oo,
Yeah.
hindi ka na-exclude. You're part of the
Yes.
group. You're part of the
Sense
family.
of belonging, which is a universal theme,
Oo.
a sense of belongingness,
Mm-mm.
community, ganon.
Oo. Lalo yung mga Pinoy na viewers, yung mga mainland Pinoy, gusto nila yung ganyan, yung nakaka-relate sila sa'yo. Kaya sobrang ano ni Ivana eh. Si Ivana, yan, si Mimiya. Sobrang
Oh,
ingay nila. Kasi parang
yes.
people are reflecting their, ano bang tawag doon?
Experiences
Their frustrations
of
to that
frustration.
person.
Ay,
Diba?
yeah.
May ganun eh. May ganun tayo ugali.
Yes, yeah. Anything else you want to share about Quaranthings that you want to share? I'm curious before we move to the next topic about
Quarantine.
navigating as a freelancer. Any last thoughts, juicy stories that you want to share? About Quaranthings.
It's really nice and really good to work with friends. May mga friends kasi na mahirap katrabaho eh. Pero kapag nakuha mo yung tamang timpla and tamang rhythm and professionalism kahit na magkakaibigan kayo, magiging maganda yung kalabasan. Kasi masarap magtrabaho pag hindi mabigat. Yung meron naman kayong structure, meron kayong sinusunod na script, pero kapag free-flowing yung energy and you can contribute and lahat open to suggestions, nagiging mas maganda yung end product. And that's what I really love about Quaranthings. Kasi we're a family there.
I know, I saw
Lahat.
sa vlogs. I was like, oh my goodness. But
Oo, diba?
talagang it's a very special project overall because you guys literally created a story that reflects on what was currently happening in the world. Talagang ano, it captured like a special time in your lives, diba?
Yes. And yung mga skill set naman, natututunan niya lahat eh. Naniniwala ako na you're always better than your last project. So, kung ano man yung mga naging shortcomings mo from here, pwede mo siyang i-improve sa next, and then you continue to evolve as a creative. And doon ako natutuwa sa Quarantines kasi kahit na pandemic, naman nagawa namin ng paraan talaga. Yun yung sobrang challenging, yung pandemic eh. Kasi bawal kaming lumabas ng set, doon lang
Yeah,
kami. So, kailangan
sabi ni Kim Chu,
lahat ng location,
bawal daw
doon
kayo
lahat.
lumabas. Sabi ni
Oo,
Kim Chu,
bawal
bawal daw kayo
lumabas.
lumabas. Actually,
So, magaling din kasi yung writer namin eh. Si Rod Marmol. Hi, Rod.
Oh, yes. Hello! Notice niyo naman ako. Talagang fangirl. Ito yung ano, guys. Here is... Ay.
Ano?
Guys.
Sorry, di ko narinig. Ayan.
Oh, ayan. Ang ganda ng poster. Wow, this is so good. Yeah. Actually, I do have maybe like 2 more questions about Quarantines.
Yeah, go. Shoot.
Okay. Yes, ito na. This is the moment, okay? Can you actually it's good that you guys only had a team of 7. Can you talk about each person and describe them in one word? Starting from wherever you want to start. I mean, from Direk to
Parang 8 pala kami kasi 1 si Rod Marmol.
Yes, okay. Go! Go na te.
Okay, 1 Chanel.
Sino siya? And
masipag.
Yes. Wait, okay.
Chanel is a production assistant.
Yes, okay. Actually, when you say the person, can you also say what they did too? So because
Okay.
Okay, start all over.
Take 5. Chanel, production assistant. 1 word to describe him. Masipag. Napakasipag na ni Chanel, promise. Napakasipag niya. Sipag-sipag niya. Isa siya sa mga PA na kukunin ko kapag maggagawa ako ng project. Masipag siya.
Wow.
Mabilis kumilos.
Yes.
Okay, next. Si Newt is camera ops. So, ano bang this 1 word? Mahiyain.
Nakala ko
Mahiyain
yan
siya.
yung one word. Nakala ko yan yung one word mo. I'm like, okay, yun na yun.
Mahiyain.
Mahiyain.
Si Newt lang yung hindi from Adobers. Siya lang yung outcast sa group namin. So, baka kaya siya
Uy,
nahihiya kasi kami marami na kaming inside joke.
baka na-alienate niyo. Charot, bear lang.
Hindi, kinukulit-kulit ko nga yun lagi.
Bear lang. Hindi,
Tabi kami matulog.
baka na-miss din yung pamilya kasi di ba, ano kayo.
Pero
Ano
tahimik
ba
talaga siya.
what do you guys call it? Enhanced quarantine. Ano ba quarantine?
Quaranthings.
Yes. Ano?
Next.
Yes, susunod ko.
Okay, next. Ano nga ba? Si Sepi. Sepi, DOP.
Ano yung OP? DOP.
DOP. Sepi. I miss you, charot. Ano ba? Surprising. Surprising. Surprising siya because hindi kasi kami close dati. And surprise ako na marami din kaming similarities. And ano din kasi siya, dad na siya ngayon. So marami kaming chika moments about our kids.
Actually,
So, surprisingly, daddy siya.
Yes.
Na supportive daddy.
Actually, may surprise ako sa'yo. Nandito na siya. Hello, Sepi. Say hi.
Hi, Sepi.
Nag-appear sa live chat. Okay, sino yung susunod?
Next, 1, 2, 3. Si Bev.
Yeah.
Beverly. AD. AD1.
Editor. I saw the...
Oo, siya rin yung editor. Mabait. Hindi talaga siya. Mabait siyang bata kasi marami siyang mataas ang kanyang patience at mataas ang kanyang tolerance. Kasi syempre makukulit kami sa set. So syempre as AD, papatahimikin niya kami. Or parang siya yung nagme-make sure na dire-diretso yung shoot.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Ang bait niya.
Hindi na obvious na mataas yung patience ko.
Kasi ang kukulit-kulit din eh.
That's what actually people tell me all the time na talagang I'm just, for the most part talagang I'm so parang wale lang. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna invest. I'm not gonna like put any more energy with the things that we can't control, diba? I'm like, oh, that's fine. Especially the the connection. I'm like, oh, okay, yun lang. Next.
Okay, next. Si Ken, AD2. Si Ken. One word to describe Ken. Soft.
Oh, okay.
Si Ken kasi meron siyang tough na ang tawag doon? Tough na mask na he's trying really hard to show people na he's strong. Pero deep inside, he's very soft-hearted person. Napaka-sensitive na tao. And isa siya sa mga totoong tao na kaibigan ko. Hi, Ken. Miss you, girl.
Dang.
Next.
Ano ulit yung role niya? Yung position?
PM din namin siya. PM namin siya. Pod manager. Tsaka AD2. Manager. So, sa acting siya.
AD2. Okay. Sino pa ba?
Isa siya sa mga
Kaya mo yan, sis. Matapang ka. I can relate, yeah.
Sino pa? Si Rod Marmol. Hindi ko kasi siya na-meet. Pero na-meet ko na siya before. Brilliant.
Wala siya. Wala siya sa set. Yeah. Kasi di ba yung writers, di ba, they're normally not on set anyways?
Yeah. Oo. Wala na. So, binibigyan na nila yung script tapos na. Tsaka sila lang ni Direk yung nag-uusap usually. So, si Rod, na-meet ko na siya before, but I can say na, magaling talaga siyang magsulat. He's very brilliant. Ang galing niya maglinya. So,
parang Brillante Mendoza, ganun.
Si Brillante walang script.
Oh,
Si Rod Marmol may script. That's the difference.
okay. Sino pa ba?
Sino na? Si Pancho
Si
na ba?
Direk.
Kasali ba ako sa roster?
Yes, go.
Ako na lang yung last.
Okay.
Okay.
Sinong sinave the best for
Pancho.
last?
Pancho. Si Pancho, kalaro ko yan mag-ML. Nag-ML
Ah,
kami dalawa, rank game.
uy,
Um,
mukhang maganda yung internet connection nyo dun.
Hindi dito, pag nasa Manila ako. Pag uwi ko, maglaro kami.
Ah,
Matapang. Matapang si Pancho. Matapang siyang tao. Kasi sinugal niya eh. Sinugal niya yung Quaranthings. Like, without assurance kung magbo-boom ba to or not. Like, gagastos ka sa pagkain, gastos ka sa prod cost, gastos ka sa TF ng mga tao. So, ang tapang niya para isugal tong project na to. So,
wow.
clap Pancho. Naka 100 na siya, subs.
Sa YouTube. 'Di ba I'm sure
Yeah.
na monetize kasi I saw 'di ba
Oo.
Ride or Die yung 'di ba? I think when I subscribed
Ride or
it was like
Die.
13K. And this was like nung
Yeah.
lumabas pa lang yung trailer and then talagang ang ganda ng ano. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's funny because actually before we continue, yung
Mhm.
when I watched the first episode, I mean obviously 'di ba kapag first episode naman it's like it gets better. Like there's room for improvement, 'di ba?
Mhm, mhm.
Parang I think my only critique was sabi ko bakit parang ganyan yung coloring ng ano. Like I remember I remember making a comment pero galing to as a place of an editor. Sabi ko parang
Mhm.
yung parang or like at least the cinematography, it reminded me of like a student film, which is
Mhm.
not bad. Which is not bad actually, but that was my observations that I was getting like a student
Mhm.
film vibe to it.
Parang nga
But
talaga kaming student film, eh, 'no?
yes, exactly. Pero I mean,
Thesis?
no, yes, thesis ganon, yeah. Which was not at all my qualms. I think my qualms was the coloring. It took me a while to understand the coloring, but
Mhm.
actually, now that I think about it, I'm glad that those are the coloring choices that were made because I actually couldn't see it like realistic colors, diba?
Mhm.
It
Eh, kasi
definitely
hindi
brought
naman editor si Bev.
ay, dapat binigay niyo lang
Sama
sa
ako.
akin. Dapat binigay niyo lang sa akin. Next time, bigay niyo sa akin.
Hindi ko
Wasted
pa
mo.
namin kilala nun.
Oh, okay lang. Next project, sabihin mo, may
Next
kakilala akong
project.
baklush dito sa Amerika. Ano? Gusto
Nag-aano
mag...
ka ba? Nag-e-edit ka, 'di ba? Send mo ko rates. Baka mapa-edit ako sa'yo.
Yes. Yes, ate, yun na yung talagang... That's my freelance, actually. Pero we'll talk about that after. Okay. Sino yung
Sige, mamaya.
yes. Sino yung who
Pero
is...
magtasan pa,
Ha? Oh, yes, go.
Ako
It's
lang
fine.
magtasan pa, yun sa'yo.
No, you're fine. Okay, sino pa yung susunod? I think the leads, right? Or the actors.
Yung leads na. Okay. Sige, si Royce muna. Royce. Isasama
Okay.
ko pa ba si Carl?
Sino si Carl?
Carl Zarate. Yung isa, yung friend na maputi.
Huy, sama mo naman. Bakit?
Sige.
Sasama mo na. Baka siya pa yung
Sige.
comment dito sa video. Lagi ko siya nakikita sa comment section sa pinakataas. Actually,
Sige. So,
actually,
Carl.
yeah. Let's start from yung parang supporting up until the yung pinaka-leading star. Ikaw.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Ang creator.
Carl.
Ayun na, si Carl na. Okay. Carl Zarate, artista. One word to describe Carl is daming energy. Ano ba yun? 2 words.
nung unang
Energy.
live, sabi ko, talagang taas ng energy ng character niya. Talagang memorable sa akin kahit saglit lang. Which is always good na kahit
Energetic.
yeah, talagang I feel like even though he was only in kaunting scenes, this character talagang naging markado. Wow, markado.
Okay, sorry. Inantok.
Inagtok.
Aga kasi, girl.
Hoy,
Captured.
ikaw nag-set ng time. Ikaw,
Ako nga. Okay
ikaw
na.
na. Okay, who's next?
Next, Royce Cabrera. Artista. Pero yung 2 words. 2 words na lang siya.
Go.
Marunong makisama. Ayan. Marunong siya makisama.
Yeah.
Kasi kasi tropa na kasi kami, 'di ba? Tropang prod na kami. Tapos syempre, isa lang yung hindi belong sa dalawa ng youth. Pero si Royce kasi Bibo kid. So nakiki-jam siya sa amin, nakikipagkwentuhan. Very genuine din yung connection na na-build namin with Royce Cabrera. In fairness.
Oh,
Kasi
yeah.
may mga artista na feeling artista,
Yeah.
alam mo yun?
Yes,
Diba?
and you know what too?
Ay, may isa pa pala. Si I forgot his name.
Third wheel. Ay, search ko yung pangalan niya. Hold on. Wait.
Forgot his name. Si Dead Kid.
Ay,
Dead Kid ba yun?
salbahe ka, nakalimutan mo yung pangalan ng ano.
Uy, follow niya ako sa Twitter. Forgot his name.
Uy, si...
Yung maputi.
Yeah.
Oh my God, cut mo to.
Wait. Kasama ka ba si Gina Pareño o sa o sila nag-film separately?
Yung na lang, yung mga nakasalamuha ko na lang.
Oh, hindi mo nakita si Gina Pareño.
Oo, hindi sila na-meet hindi. Online lang sila nag-shoot.
Okay. They're not important. Si Jan Silverio.
Yeah, Jan Silverio. Ayan si Jan. Okay. Keri. Okay, next.
Okay. Si Kyo. Sana yung last
si
cast.
Jan Silverio muna. Si Jan. Gusto ko si Jan.
Nakala ko sinabi mo na.
Hindi ko sinabi yung description.
Okay. Ano yung description?
1 word to Jan Silverio is...
Maputi.
Professional.
Okay.
Professional siya. Ang galing niya. Galing niya.
His scenes are talagang equally as daring kay sino ba yun? Si Royce. I was like, some of his scenes, I was like, oh my goodness.
Good for him. Tsaka, sila, yung parang hindi umaarte. Yung very natural lang yung acting nila. Yeah. Tapos yung character pa kasi ni Jan Silverio, yung parang lasalista na, yeah, dude, bro, sarap kumain ng, na food na may vegan and fruits. Ganon.
So talagang
bagay na bagay sa kanya.
Hindi siya talaga ganyan.
Parang hindi siya umarte. Ang galing-galing niya.
Dang.
Pero hindi naman siya ganun kasi magsalita. So, alam ko nag-effort siya sa arte niya. Wala, ang galing niya. Yun ang masabi ko. Ang galing niya umarte.
Magaling. Talagang magaling. Ganun. Okay. Si Kyo. I think he's the last one of the...
Kyo!
Yes.
Ayan, the lead. Kyo. Big potential. 2 words ulit. So, hindi ko kaya 1 word.
Okay lang. Too late na.
Kuha ko sa set of rules. Yes. Big potential. Well, Kyo kasi, hindi talaga siya, hindi naman siya like katulad ni Jan Silverio and ni Royce na may training sa pag-act.
Traditional, yeah.
So maraming potential si Kyo and I'm really happy with how he handled the pressure. Kasi for a first-timer, tapos lead ka pa, sobrang nakakalula.
Scenes. Oh my goodness, kalong.
Oo. Tsaka maka-conscious ka lalo na kapag sinushoot ka ng friends mo. Kasi mga friends niya kami. So parang, di ba, friends and work. So ang hirap kumalas nun eh. Pero kasi siya, he came prepared. Alam niya yung lines niya, and inaral niya rin yung tamang timpla. Ayun. Nakakatuwa din yung bata ngayon.
I love it. Kasi that reminds me, I did start, I think I mentioned this earlier and I got casted in a short film. Pero yung character ko, I don't think I'm allowed to say anything, pero talagang super bubbly, super like parang opposite. Well, kind of. I think yung character, yung how I am as a person, pero times 1,000, talagang ang taas ng parang Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Parang okay.
Nag-shoot na kayo? Nag-shoot na kayo?
Yesterday, so this is
Story
our
ko na
first
kayo.
time meeting. Storycon ganun. We did a Zoom reading last week. Tapos yesterday, nag-fitting, nag-test shoot, nag-table read in person. May yung
Okay.
character ko may asawa. Sabi ko, ay, may asawa ako. Parang, paano ba to?
Ikaw
Paano
may asawa? Yung role mo?
Yes, wala pa nga akong jowa, may asawa na agad. Sabi ko sa kanya, huy, ay, ano siya, itim, talagang ang pogi. Sabi ko, I was like,
Oh,
okay. Pero
sarap.
he's very, very friendly. So yung parang proseso ko to like kind of warm up to him kasi may pandemic, diba? So I'm like, parang
Yeah.
like this pa din. Pero I'm just making jokes para to feel, at least, to build the confidence because,
Yeah, and rapport with the character.
rapport,
Kailangan
because
ng rapport.
because we're somehow gonna have to pull it off that we are married. So it's like
Yeah. Make it very realistic.
manifestation.
Mag-immerse ka.
Manifestation na natin. Okay, save the best for last. How would you describe Madame Shi, Jess Dezen,
Jess.
production designer, and one word?
Survivor.
Ay,
Hindi naman yung description. Noun yun, charot. Survivor because...
no, that's a verb. That's a verb.
Uy, noun yun, survivor. Diba noun yun?
Survivor.
Yeah, it's a noun.
It's a noun kasi surviving that's a verb, I think. Or that's past tense, I don't know. Something like that.
Anyway, kasi ang hirap kapag, di ba, nabulunan ako. Ang hirap pag wala kang team. Kasi usually, kapag prod design, di ba, meron kang setman, so meron kang tagabuhat. Pero ako kasi, nung sa Quaranthings, kaming dalawa lang ng Chanel, so naglalagay kami ng black backing na mataas, so kaming dalawa lang.
Ay.
So, dun siya medyo challenging.
Binuhat mo din.
And,
binuhat.
oo. Tsaka mahirap mag-purchase ng mga items ngayong pandemic kasi ang hirap maghanap. So, ang time ko to prepare nun, mga 1 week lang. 1 week to buy everything. So, bumili ako ng mga ilaw ko, tapos gumagawa ako ng props on set, everything. Like,
talagang
pati yung mga...
nasulo ka arts and crafts.
Oo, lahat. Habang sila nagsushoot, ako nasa gilid ako gumagawa, nagpipintura ako, ganyan, mag-isa. Kasi si Chanel, siya naman yung PA dun sa set. So parang ako, nakahiwalay ako, gumagawa ako ng sarili ko, yung nagupit-gupit kami nung mga buko-buko, ganyan. So yan, surviving. Siyempre, ikaw rin magligpit. Hindi ba ganun naman kapag production designer? Ikaw yung una at huling aalis sa set. Yeah, first and last, everything.
Yeah.
Kasi kailangan i-make sure mo yung continuity, na tama yung pagkakaikot ng bote, yung mga ganyan. So, Survivor! Yeah. Wonder Woman!
Yeah, you did it. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay, my last question about Quaranthings, the series, is kung if you're able to provide us the scoop and the tea from the fans, is there a possibility for season 2?
Oh,
oh, that is an answer in itself. That is an answer in itself.
Chat ko na ngayon, gusto mo?
Ha?
Gusto mo i-chat ko sila ngayon?
Yes,
may season 2 ba?
Yes.
Tatanong ko na ngayon.
Anong mo, go?
Hindi kasi alam ko, may mga plans kasi si Pancho, pero hindi ko alam kung ngayon ba siya gagawin or next year or I don't know or anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, ito na, para sa'yo, i-message ko. Ngayon na.
Huy, drop mo din yung Instagram ko. Sabihin mo na ito yung kaibigan kong bagong kaibigan.
Okay.
Si yung Penguino sa Instagram. No.
May fan ka nagtatanong.
Daming yes.
Glamour.
Fan. Yes. Talagang like a lot of yung Game Boys, they have a season 2 series.
Yeah.
ano ba tawag doon? Hello Stranger. They
Nagka-movie na
have a
sila. O, nasa
movie.
Netflix na.
Yes, yeah. It's good. Talagang, it's funny too because ang daming lumabas na BL series. Like, parang,
Oo.
parang, bleh, di ba?
With Game Boys kasi yun malaking prod house talaga sila.
Yeah.
Malalaking prod house. Kami kasi lang, barkadahan prod.
Uy,
Pero seryoso
sama,
pala talaga
sama
kami
niyo
student
ako.
film,
Gusto ko
promise.
maging tropa. I swear, gusto ko maging tropa. Tropa niyo sa ano.
Sige, sabihin ko.
Okay. Yeah, sabihin mo, pero, okay, I know I've been saying this is the last thing I'm gonna say, but really the last thing I want to say about this is talagang, I think with the pandemic, naging equal lahat. Naging even yung
Yeah.
playing field.
Equalizer.
Everyone used YouTube as a way to, di ba? So, it's
Yeah.
funny kasi yung those who decided to take a risk, like you guys, Game Boys, what's that called? Black Sheep.
Ben and Jim. Ben and Jim.
Ben and Jim. Ben and Jim is good too.
No.
Towards the end,
Friend ko yung pro designer nun. Younger batch ko sa org.
Oh, ang ganda. I mean, we'll talk about that later. But towards the
Gaya
end,
sa
I'm like,
pelikula.
yeah. My thing is, it's like, it's really important to have people in the community, in those that are writing it, diba? Para mas it's so much more accurate in the representation and the portrayal, diba?
Yeah. Ay, nag-reply si Pancho.
Ay. Mag-picture ka, sabihin mo pakita mo yung ginagawa natin.
Wait lang.
Talagang feeling.
Ito na. Video ko. Ayan.
Meron ba akong
Hi,
sound?
Panch!
Hello! Ako si Edrian galing sa San Diego. In-interview ko si kapatid Jess. At pinag-uusapan namin yung Quaranthings. At I love your show. Talagang thank you for helping me survive the pandemic kasi it's hard.
Ay,
pero
nag-end na.
Ay, dagdag.
Nag-end na. Sorry. Video lang siya.
Okay lang. Okay. Okay, so I have a couple more questions. These are the concluding questions. So going back to being a freelancer, what does a day in your life look like? As a
day in the life.
A day in the life in the madam there.
Depende siya sa workload, but usually kapag merong project, pagising ka sa umaga ng nakainom ka ng black coffee, number one. Kailangan nakapagkape ka. Number one talaga yung nakapagkape ka. Malalang kape. Kung pwede lang na nagpa-palpitate ka na para gising ka. Ganun. Kasi kailangan like kang alert.
Ganyan yung kape ko sa umaga all the time. Parang, ganun.
Kailangan marami kang data set, marami kang internet. Marami talaga. Kailangan malakas yung internet mo. May data ka sa phone para kahit walang wifi, pwede kang, connect anywhere. Pwede ka na lang makontakt. Laging bukas ang phone. Ano pa? Dala ka ng sunblock. Sunblock or sunscreen kung ayaw mong masunog sa shoot. Diba? Dala ka lagi ng jacket para kung malamig sa set, hindi ka ginawin. So, basically, just be prepared. Be always prepared. So, yun.
And I'm sure snacks too, because you're like always on the go, right? Parang to go. Yeah.
Or wag masyado kasi mamamanas ka. Tinan mo. Na-lose ko na yan eh. Dahil lang munch ako ng munch habang nasa shoot. Ayan. Kain ka pa ng matamis. Caramel bar pa.
Yes. Actually, for me, I thank God it went the other way because knowing myself, I would have gained weight. That's the kind of person that I am. But I ran the other way. I was like, I'm going to go take the time to work on myself mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. I lost 20 pounds in the pandemic.
Gusto mo ba yun?
Yes. Talagang gusto. Di ba
Okay.
obvious na masaya? Di ba obvious na masaya
Hindi
ako?
ka kasi gumagalaw sa akin eh. Nakaganon ka lang. Sa akin.
Okay lang. Yeah. Yeah. No, gusto ko. It's good. Yeah. I think actually after this, after we film, I have a prod meeting too for my documentary, like what I mentioned earlier. I think my last two questions are, my last two questions are any. I heard my echo. Sorry.
Ano?
Um, any last words of advice that you would love to give to our viewers that are either watching on YouTube or tuning in on
Uh-huh.
Spotify, Anchor about how to make it as a freelancer? Like anything, labas mo na, ito na. Ito yung
Ah.
Instagram post mo na ano.
Words to live by ba to?
Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I think just any words of advice na parang you can give to us na parang parang maybe doubting ourselves na parang is this the
Mhm.
right path? How do we keep going? How can we keep going? Ano?
Number one is be professional. Be
Mhm.
professional. Kailangan alam mo ang difference ng work sa leisure. Siyempre, may mga shoot na nasa magandang location. So, minsan may mga nakatrabaho ko na nakakalimot na, "Uy girl, nasa trabaho tayo ha." Nag-e-enjoy ka masyado girl.
Ay,
So,
yeah.
be professional. Always come in prepared. Um, Prepared ka mentally, physically, meaning nakatulog ka,
Yes.
nagawa mo yung assignments mo bago mag-shoot, nagdala ka ng proper protection mo sa sarili mo, hindi yung bigla ka na lang hihimatayin dahil hindi ka nakapag-vitamins, gano'n. Be prepared na be prepared. Kasi maraming ganyan na bata na super young professionals na 'pag pumunta sila sa shoot akala nila aalagaan sila. No, hindi ka dapat gano'n. Kailangan kaya mong alagaan ang sarili mo na hindi ka na iniintindi.
Mhm.
Kailangan aware ka sa itinerary and sa schedule ninyo sa set, na hindi ka na tatanungin na 'pag tinanong ka ng, "Oh, ano ng next?" "Ay, hindi ko po alam." Hindi puwede 'yun.
Oh,
Kailangan
yes, hindi.
nag-advance ka na
Advanced
tinignan mo
screen
yung schedule.
advanced screening ka sa
Yeah.
pag-iisip, gano'n, yeah.
Yes, kailangan advance ka mag-isip, kailangan mabilis ka kumilos. And and siyempre iniisip po um, yung buong production, like,
Yeah.
ano na po bang nangyayari? Kailangan po palagi tayong may ginagawa. Kailangan lagi kang alert sa mga changes kasi siyempre
Mhm.
nag-iiba-iba yung
Yes.
situation. So,
Mm.
dapat marunong kang mag-adapt. So, adaptability during shoot. Pero siyempre,
Yeah.
all-encompassing na yun sa be professional
Yeah.
na
Yeah,
gist. Yeah.
yes.
Number two, dalawa lang naman yan. Be
Okay.
professional and be genuine with your intentions. Be a good person. Like, you make connections with people and keep that connection. Hindi kasi natatapos yung connection mo with people after ng work eh. Minsan kasi may mga kumakalas. Like, after
Yeah.
ng work, okay, bye na. Hindi kasi yun ganun eh. Minsan kung sino yung nakatrabaho mo dito, pwede mo pa siyang makatrabaho sa susunod. So, we'll
Yeah.
never know. Maliit lang ang industriya. Sobrang liit ang industriya. Kung sino yung nakatrabaho mo ngayon, pwede nakatrabaho na siya ni ganito, ni ganyan, and so on and so forth. And in the future, mamimit mo siya. So, be a good person and make sure na wala ka nasasagasaan, meron kang good manners, you
Mhm.
talk to people politely, and that's how you will have a sustainable work environment as a freelancer.
Yeah. You heard it here, exclusive on Edrian Pangilinan channel. Chance ano. Boy, you did it. Okay. Oh, okay. So the last question for the interview is drum
Mhm.
roll. What is the
Ano yan?
legacy? What is the legacy that Jess Dezen wants to leave behind in this world?
Hmm.
Pahabay na
Mm.
mo.
Okay. Mm. Ah, create things that can make this world a better place. Napaka-cliche nun, ano? Napaka-cliche. But for a creative kasi, whatever we do, intangible siya. Hindi mo siya nahahawakan. Ang napapasok lang niya is yung kamalayan ng mga taong nakakapanood sa content mo. And ako, gusto ko na yung may iwan kong legacy is maka-influence ako ng tao na maging better person siya. Like,
You did over
I
here.
try my
Amanda.
best. No, I really try my best to make content that are worthy and ano bang tawag doon? And evergreen. Evergreen.
Yeah,
Hindi something na pag
definitely.
after 10 years,
Yes,
pag
yeah.
after 10 years, pag pinanood mo, yun pa rin yung gusto niyang sabihin. Meron siyang message doon, meron siyang metaphor. Hindi lang yun basta lang makalagpas, basta lang makaraos. Yeah, that's it.
Yay! Okay, Jess, so
Okay.
where can people find your work? Where can people root for you? And how can we learn more about you?
Hi guys, so you can follow my Facebook page. It's just Dezen Studio. That's where I post everything, anything under the sun, whatever I do. Parang doon ko siya dinadump. Nandun din yung mga past works ko. And also, Instagram, just Dezen Studio. Personal account, just Dezen. Link below. Lalagay mo ba yung link? Link below. Very
Yes,
YouTuber.
description box, yes.
And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Meron kang
Parang
YouTube
plan ko
channel?
siyang lagyan ng laman.
Charot mo lang. Thank you guys for watching. This is Soul Supremacy with Edrian Pangilinan, where we talk about all things unapologetic, all things passion and in pursuit of. And this is Jess Dezen of Manila, Philippines. Manila, Ella.
Bye!
Thank you guys so much. See you next Friday. This podcast show is a product of Studio Penguino. For more information about advertising, please visit www.adrianpenguino.com.